So if you are the parent of a teenager, you might want to listen up. I'm listening because I've got a preteen. More and more teens and even preteens go online. As we know, they're using their cell phones, their laptops, their tablets. Moms and dads need to be extra diligent, 24/7 in fact, to keep them out of digital harm's way. With us this morning to discuss how to do just that, how to keep our children safe in an online world is Stacey Connor, Director of Worldwide Retail Marketing for McAfee. Hey Stacey, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Danielle.
Timely topic, given that I do have a 12-year-old in my house right now. And so what can you tell us about kids' online habits that we as parents might not know?
Well, the first thing I would say is there's some gaps. There's some pretty big gaps. It's interesting, McAfee just did a study called the Digital Deception Survey, where we went out and talked to tweens and teens about their online habits and about the devices that they use, such as tablets and smartphones. Here's what we learned. The big thing, kids are online twice as much as the parents think they are. Also, they're taking measures to put very personal information out about themselves online, and also taking proactive measures to keep parents in the dark about what they're doing.
So they're being slick and trying to fool us, is what you're saying.
That's a teen for you, right? But the other thing, the most concerning thing that I found from the study was the fact that these teens and tweens already are having negative online experiences in the form of cyberbullying or other cyber threats and things like that. And you know, all of this data led McAfee to create a new product that we call McAfee Live Safe.
I think I love that because one of the things for me as a parent is I will do any and everything to protect my children in the physical world.
Yes.
It's a little more difficult to do in the cyber world. What can we do to protect our family?
Well, I think two things come to mind. The first is have conversations with your tweens and teens. Make sure you start that dialogue, and as a parent, make sure that you've got that awareness as far as how your teens are engaging online and what technologies they're really using. I also like to remind parents, though, that you have to have security on every single device that they're going to use. If it's a tablet, if it's a smartphone, whether they're using it for 5 minutes a day or 5 hours a day, it absolutely has to have security. The thing as adults that we know is we've all got digital footprints. Every time we put something out or put a post on Facebook or Twitter or engage with the internet in any way, our digital footprint grows. But guess what? Our tweens and teens are also starting their digital footprint, and it's really important to protect that footprint from early on.
I think it's interesting because they don't know what we know about that digital footprint, so we may be more careful in terms of what we put online than maybe teenagers and teenagers do who don't know. So when it comes to security software, then what features are most important?
Well, the first thing is a security feature that allows you to put security on every device that's in your household. We call that unlimited device coverage. When you bring a new device into your home, you don't want to have to worry about going out and buying a new software security package to put on it. You just want a security program that you can deploy to that device as soon as you bring it in the home. Now, for our kids and our tweens, one of the most important features that you can have is something called parental controls.
Okay.
This is going to allow you to track internet usage, monitor the sites they go on, and it's also going to allow those tweens and kids to know if they're about to go to a good site or maybe a not so good site. For our teen set, the big thing is a couple things. Our teens are using tablets and smartphones more and more, and guess what? They get lost, they get stolen. So having a feature that enables you to locate, lock, and wipe the device, should it become lost or stolen, is absolutely critical.
So Stacey, in all honesty, is there a way that we as parents can kind of be that software expert and truly protect ourselves and our families?
The answer, Danielle, is no. Parents don't need to be software experts. McAfee is the software expert. Let us deliver that expertise to you, but it is absolutely possible for you to protect your family with a great product with easy-to-use features, and that's McAfee Live Safe.
Just about 10 seconds left. What are the most important things that we need to remember when it comes to our kids' online safety?
Have the conversation and be aware about what your tweens and teens are doing online. Have some security on every single device that they might be using, and make sure that it's got those critical features like parental controls and availability to locate, lock, and wipe. And I just want to point out that our McAfee Live Safe product has all of that.
And you know, they'll hate us now, but they'll thank us later.
Absolutely.
I tell my kid that all the time. So thank you so much, Stacey, for coming by.
Thank
Great
you.
information.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to protect your family, visit the folks over at McAfee by going to livesafe.com. That's live, L-I-V-E, safe.com. Oh, and don't forget to visit us on Facebook. Share any of your internet stories or digital concerns. That's Facebook Balancing Act Family.